We're going to be live here soon. Okay, so today we are here at Olympus Beauty and we are in North Phoenix, and this is Brittany Montoya and this is our student Natalia, and today we're going to be showing some makeup, and I just want to stay on here just a little while here so that way we can let some people get on. So we're just waiting here so you guys could just kind of get comfortable until I get somebody waiting. We got 2 people on here.
Perfect.
Okay, just make sure that we show what products we're going to be using today. Okay, you see we all have Peter Hunt's products. You can buy those on HuntsPro.com. Before the hair today, I believe that we blow dried and shampooed with our light naturals serum. Okay, and we also add the styling glaze. Can you grab that for me, Brittany? And we can show everybody that what we use today. So before we started today, we shampooed her with Hunt's Professional. And then here you can see we use the naturals, leave-in conditioner, and the serum is what we use in our hair today. And this is what we're going to do prior to the service, and we're going to start curling soon. I just want to make sure we're getting a little bit more people on. And this is our makeup section here. And we're going to be doing a beautiful face for makeup today. That's nice. Okay, Talia, you've been here 600 hours?
Yes.
Okay, she's a cosmetology student, so she loves makeup. That's her desire. And Brittany, she's been with us how long?
9 years.
All right, 9 years. That's great.
That's a long time.
600 hours to 9 years. And all of you that are going to be on this video, I'm Mario Montoya, and I work with HuntsPro.com. So if you guys have any questions out there, please, that when you get on this video, please share and like, and please ask questions, because that's going to be the most important thing of our video. All right, I think I got a couple people here, so let's go ahead and see. Let's go and ask you first, Natalia, what are we going to be doing with her today, just to start off with?
Today we're gonna start with like simple makeup and slowly go through with like little add-ons.
Okay.
So you basically like one application.
All right, great. Okay.
Different things, but today it's going to be back to school hairstyles, how to do your hair super fast to get to school on time and early.
Okay.
So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to show you how to take beautiful long hair such as this, and it normally could take about 45 minutes to curl it, and how we're going to do that in like 10 minutes or less.
Okay. So how are you going to go ahead and start that? Show me what you're going to do. And this is what we're doing on an everyday basis, like right before you go to school?
Yes.
Okay.
So the first thing that you're going to see is I'm actually just going to grab up all her hair. And she has a lot of hair, so you will see that taking this amount of hair, and how that we're going to do this super fast is by placing it in a very high ponytail. But the key to this is making sure that this ponytail is more forward here in the front. That way we get a lot more curl here in the front of her hair, and then we'll just kind of cascade into the back. So with this, you want to make sure that you use a nice ponytail. Like I said, she's got a lot of hair, so those little rubber band ponytails would not work. Her hair would just not stay up. And then I'm going to spray a little bit of our Discipline hairspray.
Okay.
So that way I get a nice hold. It'll help to kind of calm down a few of these flyaways that I do have here. You can see I'm standing here in front of my client, so that way I can bring this ponytail all forward, and I'm just smoothing this all out. Make sure I have a good base to start off with. Once I get that done, I have my ponytails right here ready to go, and I'm just gonna twist this around a few times so it's nice and tight.
Can you turn your model around just a little bit so we can see the front of her? I just want to see how forward you put that ponytail. Yeah, that's quite a bit forward. Okay, cool.
You can see that.
Does it matter which way that you put it on, left or right, or just right down the center?
You can go down the center, but you can also go based off how you section your hair.
Okay.
How you part your hair. So if you, again, part your hair off to the side, then I would go towards where you part.
All right.
But typically, if you're one that tosses it back and forth, the center is always a great way to start. Okay. So now my next step after this, like I said, I'm going to use a little bit of the Discipline hairspray that we have here.
Can you show me that?
There we go. This is a great hairspray. It's going to give me the hold that I need without making my hair feel like a helmet.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead, shake this up. Now, whenever you use hairspray such as this, you always want to make sure you let it dry before you use it. Because the reason being is I don't want my curling iron to stick to that wet product as I'm curling. Okay, so I'm just going to let it dry for a sec here.
Okay, Natalia, can you tell me what you're going to start off this makeup with here?
Yeah, I always like to start with brows, because that's like one of the most important features of the face. That's how I like to do that. And then I will slowly move to the face, and then I will do eyes and lips in the end.
All right, great. So you're saying basically you always start with the eyebrows first. What about foundation and any like dark marks or anything that you might have in the face? Do you start with foundation first, or you always start with brows?
Sometimes I change, because you know.
Just depending on your mood that morning,
right?
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see can I just do real quick to show your makeup that you put on today? Oh yeah, that looks pretty. All right, great. All right, cool. All right, so Brittany, so go ahead and tell me what we're doing.
Okay, so what I'm doing here first is I'm just smoothing out the hair, and I'm using my rat tail comb, just so that way it kind of helps with those flyaways, and you can see the difference with using the Discipline hairspray and smoothing that out then versus, you know, not using it. Okay, so again, when I'm done with all my style, I want to have these beautiful, smooth curls. And you can see how it imparts the natural shine in the hair. So that part's great. So I'm going to go ahead, after I smoothed,
Okay.
and I'm going to go about midway to the hair, wrap around, and I'm going to start feeding this in and curling this. This is known as our figure 6 curl. And I just like this because that way it's going to, you know, not be started off at the ends. Your ends are very dry, a lot of times very porous. They curl a lot faster. So you don't want to leave any hot tools on there too long. So now I'm just going to slightly open this up.
Hi Rachel, thank you for
curl.
joining us. Hi Pearl Petio for joining us. I'd just like to thank everybody again for joining us. If you guys are out there, please share and like everything that we're doing here today. Rachel was here because this is my first time filming and it's not as easy as it looks.
Okay, so you can see I'm just going to keep bringing down sections from my ponytail that I have here.
Now this is a ponytail that you just made, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so now what we're doing, you're just making curls all the way around that ponytail?
Correct.
Okay. How long do you think this would take someone to do at home, you think?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Awesome.
Especially for, you know, long hair like this. Obviously, you know, your time can change depending on the length of hair you're working with, the density that you're working with. And then you'll notice with it that we're keeping it clipped up. And the reason for that is so that way the curl has time to set or cool down so it can set it. So again, I'm going to go ahead, count for about 5 seconds. Again, I don't need it on too long.
Let's go ahead
and you'll
show
notice
me.
I'll release, grab the curl with my comb, and click out.
So then at this point, this is where you grab the clip is what you're saying?
And yes.
Okay.
And you can see it's standing on its own, and I will go ahead and place my clip in there.
That's awesome.
Again, trying to keep these smooth curls, keep the curling iron off the ends as much as possible. It's a great way and a great reason why we're doing a figure 6. You can also do the figure 8 with the length of her hair. The other thing is I try to always keep my comb in my hand so that way I don't have to stop and grab it. It's right there ready for use, and I smooth every single time. And
What's
again,
the importance of smoothing the hair again?
It helps to add in shine.
Okay.
Gives me a nice smooth curl. Doesn't look like it's ruffled in any way.
Now, what kind of tips do you have just in case if they were at home and they were doing their curl at home and not to burn themselves, basically?
You can always use one of those mitts, is one.
Okay.
But you'll notice that as I go around, my hands are further away, And I wrap this around, and I only wrap around once because I don't want this to get too tight to the point I can't wrap, but I keep making sure I watch those ends. And then using a comb to make sure I don't burn myself or my client. So you always see that I always place a comb right there underneath. Again, just count for a few seconds. You don't need it on too long. Curling irons and flat irons, they get really, really hot. So you want to be cautious with how long you're leaving it on there.
All right. So Natalia, I noticed that you switched tools around here a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so we slowly move to our face.
Turn it just a little bit this way. There we go. We can start to see those eyebrows. That looks really nice.
Thanks.
And what are you doing now? You're putting on...
So yeah, I put primer, which she has super dry skin. So before primer, you always want to start with the good, actually like protect her skin from all those products. And
so you actually put a moisturizer on her face, or is it a spray?
I put and then we started with the foundation.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So that way her face is gonna be like half done. And then after that I will move slowly to her eyes and starting with eyeshadow, which I think people will be interested how I do the blending situation and stuff. So they can see and maybe learn something for themselves, you know.
She's got great skin. I was like, hey, she'd be a perfect model, and I was like, she wouldn't be a great hair model, but she looked at me like she was kind of upset about it. I'm like, wow, we gotta put some makeup on her.
Look up.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come back in just a few minutes.
Awesome, sounds great.
Okay, Brittany, how are we doing over here?
We're doing good. Again, we just keep taking small little partings because she has such a lot of hair. The lengthwise, density of it, I don't want to. So with here, you know, probably no more than like a half an inch, anywhere from 1/4 to a half an inch. Again, smooth, and you can see I've gone all the way around.
How many sections do you have left?
I probably have about 3 maybe.
Anywhere? Okay.
If that. After this one. Again, smooth, and again you can see I always have my comb in my hand. You could really see the difference between smoothing it and not smoothing it.
For sure.
How it really brings out that shine.
That's from using the Discipline hairspray.
Discipline hairspray, yes. And making sure that you're using something so that these curls will last a little bit of a hold. And that's what's great because you can see that it's very soft, very pliable for me to work with. And that's what's awesome, is it gives me the hold. And what I'm doing is I'm just doing barrel curl. It's very important to let these set and cool down.
So Brittany, also I was told that you do registering. So what kind of deals do you have right now for Olympus Beauty here in Phoenix?
Oh, I have great deals right now. What I'm doing is we have programs here for hairstylists and for cosmetologists. Anyone that is willing to come to school, we will help you out the best way that we can.
Do you guys offer financial aid?
In doing that, yes, we do offer financial aid. We have other programs too that we do try to help you out with, but financial aid is obviously our biggest one.
And what programs did you say you had again?
We have hairstyling, we have cosmetology. We also are doing nail techs as well for right now.
How many hours does it take to become a hairstylist?
1,000 hours. So you can get done, a lot of people are saying in like 9 months.
Wow, that's amazing. So then if,
to have a career in 9 months,
absolutely.
It's awesome.
So what if you didn't want to do the hairstyling? Say you want to do cosmo. What does cosmetology include? And is that nails and hair and everything?
Everything.
All
so
right.
That's what's great is they call it like the umbrella license. So with cosmetology, you do hair, which you learn how to style the hair, which is what we're doing right now. You'll learn haircuts, color techniques, updo techniques, and we have a great program for updos. We also do nails. So we'll teach you everything from manicures to pedicures to acrylics. So you'll learn everything about nails, and then there's skincare. We'll teach you facials, waxing, how to tint the eyebrows when it comes to skincare.
And that all comes in the cosmetology.
That all comes in the cosmetology. Plus, we teach you extensions. There's so much that people don't realize that you learn in our cosmetology program. That is all included in our tuition.
That's awesome. And then you said, so we have cosmetology, hairstyling, and then the nail program also. How long is the nail program?
They actually just changed.
Oh, wow.
So can you imagine how fast you become a nail tech? You know, and you could.
All right, let's go back to Natalia. I see that you're doing a little bit of a sharpening here. I just saw you do that a little bit. So let's see, I want to get a little close up on what you did here. I was watching you when I was over there. You did something in here and just made it look a lot sharper. So what was it that you did?
Oh yeah, so on her brows, because some brows are really oily and then throughout the day color disappears. So that, and I actually applied concealer under her brows.
And what kind of brush did you use to do that?
I used, my favorite brush to do that is to actually sharpen the edge is this brush. Brush, if you're doing something like this, the most important is like a sharp, you see like sharp end. You see how thin it is?
Right.
Some brushes don't have this like thin edge, and you can actually mess up the edge of the brow. So it's important like to have a good brush.
Okay, show me just one how you did it, just how you just edged it.
Right.
So I can...
Lift your head a little bit, turn this way. There we go, like that. See how it gets into the actual thing, and then you just need to know the form of the brow exactly for her face shape and for her bone structure, so everything like is well combined with the eye and with the face. So, and then you just
from over there from what Brittany was doing, and I love that. So it caught my eye, so that looks awesome.
Right. So you can see here we're almost done. After this piece, I just have one little section left.
Okay.
I'm just rolling this down. Now this type of iron, maybe some of you guys have seen it, some of you might not. This is known as a Marcel iron, so it's a little bit different than a spring iron.
Yeah, what's the difference between you're saying irons? I don't understand that. What do you mean? Spring iron and a Marcel?
So Marcel, you can see how the handle is. And this is known as a barrel right here, and you can see where it opens up down at the bottom. Versus a spring iron, the shell opens up at the top.
Okay.
So that's the difference between the two irons. Either one will work. You don't have to use a Marcel iron. This
use different tools as well. There's other tools that you can use as well?
Oh yeah, there's many different types of tools. I think it just depends on the type of look you're going for. So for instance, I rolled my hair in hot rollers today, so you guys can see the difference between what it's going to give us with this curling iron versus the hot rollers.
Okay, let's see what your hair looks like here. And you said you did your hair in rollers today.
Yes, I did. And again, this is another quick way to do your hair.
Can you turn this way a little bit so we can see? Oh yeah, that looks nice.
I have two
looks
kids.
like the picture in the background. I don't know if, that girl's
Yeah.
pretty hot, but you're pretty too, so we'll go with that.
Thank you.
All right. So this is your last one here, right?
This is my last one. Again, you can see just a few seconds. I'm going to leave it. And then gently glide out. Again, my comb's using that curl, holding that curl together.
So basically all you did was did you split it in twos, or you just took the ponytail and just started curling
I
it?
took the ponytail and there's probably about 10 sections here. So again, grab the amount of hair that you need.
Okay, let's go ahead.
So we took it a little bit smaller just because of the amount of hair she has plus the length that she has. The other key thing that you need to notice is how we clip the curls. Okay. So it's just like doing any type of roller set. You want to be careful how you clip it. So for instance, when I go to clip a curl, I never want to clip on the front there. And the reason being, I don't want it to make like any marks of the hair with the clip. So you're always going to go, anytime you do any type of curl, it's going to go on the inside of the curl and the outside.
That styling glaze that we used in it prior to gives it a little shine that we pre-styled it with. It looks good. So would you set her with any more hairspray, or are you just going to let it sit for a few minutes?
Yeah, you definitely can. If you're going to spray a little bit more hairspray, again with my client, I always shield their eyes by placing my hand over. and spray a little bit in there. Again, the other key thing is making sure you're far enough away. You don't want to be super close spraying because then that creates wet spots. But if I come out to here, about let's say 10 inches or so, then I will get a good spray and a good hold. So when you're going to do that though, let it set again, let it do its drying. So at this time, this is what's great. You can apply your makeup while your curls are setting, just like what I do when I do hot rollers. I put my hot rollers in, let it do its work, and then I apply my makeup. So you're doing two things at once, getting done with school faster.
All right, well, I'm excited to see that. So let's come back over here to Natalia just a few minutes. Okay, so what are we doing here now, Natalia?
So now I'm applying eyeshadows, and I started like with one eyeshadow color, and then it's going to be the first look. The easiest way to actually do your makeup really fast, like just one color, like peach undertone, and really like add some dimension to your eye. So
Looks really pretty.
yeah, that's just like kind of
Now,
like
so
first
you
look,
use
but
two
it
different.
looks with one, but then I wanted to add a little bit more, so I just used like the second color, a little bit darker than the first one, these two colors, and then I underlined her lash line, her top lash line. Yeah, so since she has extensions, we will not apply any mascara, but she definitely can. So, and then I will move to open your eyes, to her lower lash line, and like apply same color there and mascara.
All right, that sounds good. Okay, so Brittany, we're excited to see what's going on here. So the next step is to do what?
So now you can see I'm just pulling out the clips one by one. And you can see how beautiful those curls look and how they're going to be able to hold up.
So you just basically let the curls down, and then
Yes.
could she wear her hair? Of course, you're not going to leave it in the ponytail. Like, what do you do after that?
Then I'm going to go ahead and take the ponytail out. You can brush out the curls. What's great about curls is that they have memory. So I can brush it out and then reform them, and that's totally fine. But you can see how fast this was, and still the great about a curl that we're going to have.
I think that took you about 20 minutes. Do we have time on that, anybody? How long we've been on your guys' feed?
I think it's 20 minutes.
All right, that looks
Perfect.
great for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so you take the ponytail down,
Take
and
the
let's go ahead and
ponytail
see
down.
this. I want to see the overall look when you let it down,
So you're going to see.
and then will we put some?
I can put a little bit of hairspray, but you see how I'm just taking my fingers and shaking
wow, that
this
looks
out? And look at the beautiful curl she has and the volume she has.
What kind of product would you put on that
All
if you
that
wanted to
movement.
define it a little more? And I wanted to take her outside real quick. I could see those curls, so we could see the little brightness of it. So if you were to define it, and she wanted to wear her hair just straight to school like that, what product would you put on there afterwards just to kind of run your fingers through it?
To run your fingers through? Okay, so you want to be careful.
Okay.
But if you are going to do that, then you want to make sure you can again use a smooth serum.
Okay.
What's great about this, it's on wet or dry hair.
And that's a natural serum. You got it on HansPro.com?
Correct.
Okay.
And then if I really kind of want to piece it out and redefine this,
Let's see the front.
obviously it's called redefine. So right there, and then,
All right. And then how much of each one would you put in your hair? Can you show me?
of course.
Because right when you take it out, I want to take her outside for just a second, and then we'll show what it looks like in the sun. 'Cause
Okay, so you can see just a very small amount, even on the long hair that we're dealing with here. Go ahead, rub it into your hands, and I'm just gonna gently, you can see I can comb it with my fingers. And it can on top. And I'll do that the very last because I want to make sure it's just the remnants that are from my hands. I don't want to make her look greasy, but I do want to help to kind of control those flyaways. Again, this is a great way to control those flyaways as well. Very, very, very little. Rub it through my hands. And I can add that to the curls right through here. Again, I can help out with some of those flyaways. You can see just the incredible shine both of these products will give your hair. and
So
how
let's-
healthy it looks.
Let's walk her outside for just a second. And Natalia, I'll be right back to you. Okay? Go ahead and walk in front, Brittany, and I'm going to go ahead and show these curls off out front so we could see. Okay, yeah, look at, you can see that curl a lot better.
Uh-huh.
It's shiny. And that just came from just the ponytail there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And she's
You
got
can
some
see-
curl around her face there.
Uh-huh.
That, she had a long lot of hair, so that was pretty quick. Isn't it? Right here. Alright, so let's take her back inside. So Brenda, you said you're going to do some quick braids also, right?
Some braids, some twists, just something to even add.
Yeah, a full stage here. Everything looks nice today. Well, see what Natalia's doing.
Sounds great.
Yeah, we're almost done. So you can see that I applied highlighter, blush, contour. I would love to see what it's like. Next one. You can show the product. Looks like this, and it's light color. Highlighting spot here on her bridge. And I'm just going like around that bridge. See how it's defined already?
Yeah, like that.
Mm-hmm. And a little bit more. Wouldn't do that, but I love to do that. You can skip that part, but I just, for the purpose of showing how it looks like, I'm doing this right now. And the last step gonna be lips, and be done for the first look.
Alright, great.
Again, I'm gonna use something.
I'm going to watch you do the lips.
Sure. So for the third look, we're gonna go slowly with the darker and darker color. So we can see 3 different looks today. I need to sharpen my pencil first. And for that, we're gonna be using NYX pencil, NYX Sweat Shoot. So we're gonna just line her natural lip line because it's really pretty. And basically that's gonna be it, just the pencil today. I mean for the first look.
You have a steady hand. I'm trying to record and try to be steady.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to do that.
And with nails on.
Of course, it even helps more. And looks even more pretty. Like really, really light. You don't need to be like super precise with that. Of course, not going out of the lines. With this, you can always add little lip gloss on top and gonna be a different look. But just for the purpose of the class, we're doing it this way.
So you do the nude first. What does the nude do for you? Does it cover your natural lip color and then it gives you more insight for the other color, or what goes after this?
Nothing. Easy, simple, fast look, which we did like in what, 20 minutes?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right? So yeah, that's gonna be first, and then I will just add little like accents, which gonna be this shimmer shadow from ColourPop. Like any shimmer, so we have, close your eyes, we have colors on her eyes right now, and then what I'm gonna do her eye to add some dimension and more like interesting look. So that's gonna be that, and for the third look I'm gonna add eyeliner.
All right, great. So let me go ahead and let's look at Brittany's for a little while, and then before you get that started, just take a break for a little bit, and then, or you want to do one eye, and then I'll watch you do the next eye.
Oh yeah, sounds
Okay,
good.
great. Thank
Sounds
you.
Cool. Yeah.
All right, so Brittany, obviously some pink hair. All right. So some schools that I've noticed in the Valley, they don't let you use. Today, maybe Brittany was going to do, what were you saying was great about the color, the crazy hair? color?
You can do it for Spirit Week. So it's awesome is you can add your own school colors in and add it to your hair. So you have a little Spirit Week to your hair.
I like that. All right, so go ahead and tell me how you're going to do this because it looks interesting.
So I can do this many different ways. One way I could just do pigtails. I do just one big one coming around here.
Perfect.
And so when you're going to start off, it just depends on how big of a braid you want to start off. Here is the amount of hair that you're going to grab. And I could do multiple colors. But today I just chose pink so that way you guys can see it. Figured it was a good color for the camera. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you can wrap around. I'll show you a couple different ways depending on which way you might feel could be easier for you. But one way is you're going to split it into half here. So I'm going to hold that and I'm going to cross over and then bring this one over. And you can see how it kind of creates a little link.
Yeah, let's do that one more time because that looked kind of tricky.
Okay. So again, I have the two strands. All I'm going to do is just cross this one over and pick up one end and connect it over. So it creates two little loops.
Let's hold
Little
that up.
link.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
All right.
But there's many different ways to add in hair. This is just one way. And like I said, I can even show you a little bit of an easier way as well. And then you would go ahead and you're going to part your hair however your client wears their hair or however you decide to wear your hair. So we can do it off to the side. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab a piece here. Okay. And I could start this right here at top. I can even have it down here, wherever you want to start it. It's totally up to you. So here's just like when you go to braid, here are your three pieces. So 1, 2, and 3. Right here. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to have her just look down here a little bit. And I am going to start my braiding. So again, you can see my knots right there in front. You guys see that? And I'm going to normally do any type of braid.
I see a lot of the kids in the neighborhood, they do Spirit, they do different colors. You say the schools let them do that because it's temporary?
Yeah, this is a temporary hair color, so this is not a permanent hair color. So therefore you won't get in trouble for having this in your hair. And especially, you know, for Spirit Week, you know, the schools understand you're going to want to do something fun, maybe a little funky, something exciting, showing your true school spirit.
I think my true spirit was green and white. I don't think they ever let me put pink, but this looks pretty cool.
And you can see how good that color looks up against her hair. You can see I'm just following this all the way down. And what I'm doing with this braid is I'm actually just following around her hairline.
Good, Tony. They're just a little bit of red there. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
Just something fun. Add a little bit of color. Again, you can see I'm just
Ooh, I love that.
So this is just something simple. Get your hair out of your face. You're ready. Maybe gym class you have or something like that.
exactly. And this is what's great because we do live in this Arizona heat. It's crazy hot. Sometimes just having our hair off our neck, off around our face, makes it 10 times easier, makes us cooler. You have a great style. And I could finish this off and I could do it as like a side braid. Whole thing and pin it up. So you have this really pretty braid there.
So you want to say hi to Wichita Falls and Lawton. I hope the weather out there's nice because here it's really hot. So
Hot and humid from last night's rain.
yeah, we had a haboob or whatever they call them. All right, that's looking good. So let me just go ahead and check on Natalia and see how well this back to school makeup is going. And I think she did one eye already, but let's see what she's doing here so far. Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so that's how the something that I'm going to be doing right now looks.
Okay, so what you did so far, you just did one side, and then right now we're going to see how to do the other side.
You're going to need flat brush like that. Any brush works. And then I like to use this MAC Prep and Prime spray. And you can actually use any spray, like any setting spray works as well. And I'm gonna be using ColourPop eyeshadow, and this is Birthday Girl. So I'm gonna just like do this, so I have enough product on a brush, close, and then just like buff it into her eyelid.
I think with this color and some pink braided hair, she'd be ready for school.
Right? Yeah. So you can go not as opaque, not as much glitter, right? If you don't wet the brush, it will be less opaque. And then I like to use even more glitter. So again, I spray the brush, and I'm gonna be using this NYX pigment glitter, and it's Pig 20.
Pig 20.
Yeah. Line again on my brush, and just in the center of her lid, so it gives me even more.
Awesome.
And then just for now, I just did like half of her lips.
Okay.
And for that, I used my, again, MAC pencil, and it's in voltage. Like, color is really bright, but it's matte. So because it's matte and I want to add a little glitter for a little gloss, I actually used Victoria's Secret gloss because they're really pretty. You can see right now, girls love glosses, especially if you are in a high school and almost done with the school.
That looks really pretty, really shiny.
Yeah. So that's the second look, and I'm gonna be going slowly for the third one.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Brittany, so what do we have here? That looks
Okay.
awesome.
A little bit, it's totally up to you. If you want a little tighter, you can. If you want to open it up and expose even more of that color. But all I did, which you can see, is just wrapped in and continue braiding, and then down. So again, just a fun, cool way just to keep your hair off your neck.
And that has a little bun in the back. That looks perfect.
Yes.
All right, so you said you're going to show us another one.
Yeah, so now I'm going to show you, let's say for instance, you're not the best braider. Well, we can just do a 2-strand twist, something easy and quick.
Will you be adding color in this one too, or no?
No, I'm just going to go ahead and do it natural. So you guys can see just another way to just do a quick back to school hairstyle.
Right, I love it. These glosses are one of my favorites. Yeah, we just keep going. You can look. And I like to use this type of a brush. It's Morphe E19. Alright.
So this is 3 looks that you've done so far.
2 looks.
2 looks, okay.
Yeah. Thank you. How does it look in person?
All right.
Okay, so I want to actually even out the color.
All right, I'm going to come over to Brittany because Brittany's going to do another style. And this time, I guess she wants to go even more crazier. And we got some even cooler hair here today. And what color is that hair color, Brittany?
Okay, so this is kind of like that silver, that's what you want to call it. There's even some that are even a little bit more silver, but this is more of an Arctic white. What's great about this, let's say for instance, you don't want to go too crazy with the colors, but maybe you just want to add a different color to your hair.
All right.
Okay, so again, they have multiple colors. They have, you know, different shades of browns and reds and pinks, silvers, white, beautiful blondes, ways to do your hair and add a little pizzazz. Okay, so again, if I want to, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm actually going to part her down the middle here. You can see I'm using my rat tail comb to part. So
Oh, you talked about this earlier, doing pigtails. Okay, cool. So you're saying basically you're going to use pigtails with the white and the pink on both sides.
Yeah, you can mix the different colors together, yes.
All right. I can't wait to see that. If we have any questions out there, I'd love any questions. Thank you for joining us, anybody that's out there. Again, we're out here in Phoenix, Olympus Beauty.
Where can they get the hair?
I picked it up from on my side of the town. It's called Sunny's. It's on Alma School and Baseline. But there's a ton of different wig shops. All you have to do is Google it, and they will have the hair.
On the west side, there's one on 59th Avenue and Bell.
59th Avenue and Bell. Awesome.
The best part is you're going to learn how to do this here if you come to school here.
Yeah, this is all part of our curriculum.
So
we
you're
do
saying
teach you
when
guys how
if
to
I
add in
wanted to
hair.
come to hairstyling school here at Olympus Beauty, I would learn how to add in hair like this?
Correct.
So both programs teach how to add in hair.
Yes. This is all part of our.
All right, so tell me what
with
we're going to do
this,
next.
Like I said, it just depends even on how big of a braid. So I'll just go ahead and add a little bit more.
So you can grab some white and pink.
Yes.
Oh wow, this is going to be neat.
And again, this is Cackle On hair, $3 a bundle. So because this is Cackle On, you can't use any heat on this. Okay.
That's very important.
Yes. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing we showed you. Maybe it'd be easier with take the two strands, different colors, same colors, whatever you want to do, cross over, and then see how I just add that together. And then that will lock it. Like I said, this is just one way of doing it. We get great results doing it this way, but there are multiple ways. And then there are ways that are a little bit easier too. Add that there. Okay, so you can see I went ahead, parted her hair. I sectioned off one side because I want it completely out of my way, and I just used a little rubber band to keep it out of my way. And then on this side is the side that we're going to go ahead and we're going to braid today.
You're going to do both sides?
Yeah, I can do both sides, yes.
All right. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and start that where we can see this, and then...
Sounds
Sorry,
great.
did you want to show that
Liner.
liner? Okay. I'm just going to come over quickly just for a second here, Brittany. She's going to show the liner
Not a problem.
as Brittany adds in that hair. All right, we're back to the makeup here.
Close your eyes. So we did one side with the turn a little bit.
Alex.
Liner in Trooper, but it's a little bit expensive and runs out really quick. So that's why I like to use two. So with this one, I actually like wasting the product. Okay, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm doing this. So you see how the line of the eye goes, like you just basically naturally prolong it like that, like this, and then you kind of create top part like this, and then I will fill that in with my other pencil, not to waste the product, as I said, like this. Okay. Then go into the corner, and eyeliner basically done. Close. And then if I see that I need more sharpness to make it more ideal,
Sorry.
open your eyes. Okay. Even.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and then if I see that something is uneven, I just keep adding or close. But looks pretty even now.
Cool. I'm going to just come check on how Brittany's doing over here for just a second.
So you can see here that we're just about ready to finish up our braid on this side.
So you put some pink and some white in there.
And I can just stop here at the hairline here. If I want to, I can go ahead. depending on the look you're going for. But because we have these beautiful curls, I could even just stop right here and the hair would look finished.
Alright, got a little bit tangled up there. That was really quick, huh?
Yeah, it's very easy to do. This is what I love about this hair. Add some fun, you know, colors in here. Or maybe let's say your hair is not super thick. You can go ahead and find color, again, that it's close to your natural. And you can just make your hair look fuller and thicker with the braids.
Alright, I love the way that looks at the ends too. She can just kind of play with the color and bring
And
out
then
the
again, open this up a little bit more. Show off those fun colors.
That made a big difference, I think, once you open that up quite a bit.
You can really see all those different colors you're having. Again, you can see the Arctic white there. Let's kind of open it up. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to start on the other side.
To add, oh. Yeah, this is much better. This one here. Okay, open. Cool. So you can see both of her liners, and then
Close your eyes for me. Wow, look at that.
to add a little fun to her eyes, I will actually take this pencil. It's drugstore pencil from L'Oreal. This pretty color, and I will add just open, look up. Your lips are all over, but that's fine. I'm gonna fix that in a second. Look up. And we're gonna add just like that. Her eyes are really sensitive, and if we're gonna be able to do that, yes. So just like in, not the whole waterline, but just right there.
Okay.
You see the difference?
Yeah, I do, quite a bit.
And then I'll fix the lips and add a little bit more color.
And I think our time is almost there, so we can kind of get this. If you guys need a little bit more time, I can give you a little more time. I just. I just needed to see. I had all these pictures just pop up on my screen, and it's like a pig and a cloud and a bunny. So I'm hoping that's not showing on anybody. So, Miss Pearl, did you? Yeah, let's keep showing those pictures. I'm not sure why those pictures are on there.
Maybe it's what Isaac's games. Yes.
I would say
Yeah, I was.
with our phones. No telling what will pop up.
There it goes.
It kind of seems like one of those things.
Yeah.
All right, I got it back. It was just for a few minutes.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
long.
I think it's a feature that you can do on live, and you could send different messages, but I think it's the hair that you're doing, and it just popped up those funny pictures.
Isaac is letting me know how much he loves school today.
There you go.
So you can see I'm just continue to just keep braiding. This is a visible braid. So you can see it's just popping that braid out. So that's why it's called a visible braid. Going underneath, popping that braid out. So that way everyone can really see your look.
She's got a lot of hair. Now you said style the ends on it, or just kind of like tease it and kind of like maybe like make little balls or something like
There is, you can actually, with the ends of it, if I wanted to, wrap perm rods around it and then dip it in boiling water, and then it'll take the diameter of that curl rod and it will curl it right up. So that's the way that you can curl the ends, yes. So you don't have to leave them straight like this if you didn't want to.
I am so glad somebody came in here and told me that I had little pig faces on the screen. You guys look way better than the pig faces.
Okay, and I can even add more hair to it. So it just, like I said, it depends on how big of a braid that you're wanting. So let's say, for instance, I go ahead and I feel like I want to show more of the white or again more of the pink, whatever I want. I go ahead, grab a strand, and you want to be careful with this stuff because this stuff really, really tangles. So you notice that every time I braid, I pull through every single time.
All right.
So what I can do is I can just go ahead, add another piece to this, and just continue to keep braiding. So that's another thing that you'll learn here at this school is how to pick up and add more hair to your braid. So I could start off doing real small and then get bigger and bigger, bigger and do a beautiful goddess braid if I wanted to.
That's awesome. And then you're just going to braid that all the way through?
And then I could braid this all the way down if I wanted to. Again, I can go ahead and leave it just like how this is and open it up more. Again, just something kind of cute, fun. So, but now I'm going to go ahead and take these all down. And we'll move on to...
No, I like that one. So you're going to say you're going to go ahead and braid that in, and then we could show the ends, and then we're pretty good there.
Well, I'll just go ahead and finish it off like this one.
Okay.
I just wanted to show you that you guys can add more hair to this. So if you want, because typically I do start off smaller here, so you could barely tell that I add something in there. But I really wanted to make sure you guys could really see these colors. So that's why we went a little bigger than normal. Go ahead and just clean this up here. Like I said, this stuff tangles, so you want to make sure you keep this hair clean, clean, clean. There we go.
And then you would ponytail that, and then she's good to go to school like that.
And she's good to go to school. She's got her spirit on.
Are you in school now?
Yes, I am.
Yes, all right. So you have beauty school spirit, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right. How many hours do you have?
Ooh, how many hours that must be?
I think it's just a little under 3.
And you still have all that hair. That's amazing. I swear, anytime anybody's had that much hair, it's usually gone by about 300 hours.
This is the best part. It's virgin hair.
Virgin hair, all right.
Oh, believe me, we'll get a hold of it.
We love that virgin hair. All right, I'm going to come back to see Natalia's finished look here. And I have to say that looks amazing. Look at that. I wish we would have had it before and after, but look how pretty that looks.
Ooh, that matches the
Yeah, the background. That's
right?
beautiful.
Yeah, so that's the third look. The third finished look, and we all done.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Natalia. And it's you love school. Okay.
I sure do.
All right. All right. And then let's see Brittany's favorite look and final look. How do you finish this off? If you were going to finish it off.
So what I did, because I just want to show off that pink a little bit more.
Oh wow, that's nice. So what did you do there? Can you show me on the other side how
Yeah,
you
of
did
course.
it? Okay.
So what I'm doing, again, I rubber banded it. And then I'm taking a little bit of the pink. You could do any color though, but I just really like the pink. And I'm wrapping it around the rubber band.
Can you show a little more maybe?
Okay.
Not that I know how to do hair or anything.
Or you can take both colors and wrap it around.
Let's try that.
So I can even take my blue and my white.
Your white.
Or my pink. I said blue. It's my son's favorite color. And again, you can see how adding both of them. And use a little bit of the redefine if you wanted to. You could saw that I was using a little bit of the hairspray. But then there's our finished look.
All right, let's take that cape off of her. Let's see how it looks when she stands up on the white wall. We can see that color.
I want to grab another bobby pin. I grabbed a lot more hair, so I need to double up and lock this into place.
You have the
Okay.
That looks cool when you twist it like that. That looks awesome. You get some redefine, maybe we put some redefine and twist it a little bit.
Yeah.
Show me how you would use the redefine and just twist it all in one. Because that hair looks awesome.
It really does.
If you twist all three together all in one. I saw you do that earlier and I thought it looked awesome.
So good, just grab a little bit of our redefine. A little bit goes a long way, so that's what's great about these products is it's super concentrated. Again, you can see I'm just adding that product at my finger. And again, to add a little bit of shine around this hair. Put it on the ends of her hair.
That looks super cute when you turn it like that. All right, so if anybody out there wants to join our school, the number here is 602-992-2282, and you'll be asking for Brittany. And Brittany's more than happy to call you back right away or
Yes.
answer your call right then. And we'll get you signed up for school.
It's great. Redefine's awesome for little baby hairs.
Let's see that. Go to
Just smooth this down a little bit.
Can you bring those ponytails forward so we can see those colors? Oh yeah, that looks cute. All right, you're ready for school. Thank you so much. All right, we'll show you one more time this final look at the makeup. Thank you again, everybody out there, for joining us here at Olympus Beauty. And all right, perfect.